Solar reps, we're talking about objections today. I want to teach you one simple little process that can help you get through literally any objection that you get hit with. There's only about 4 or 5 common ones, by the way, that will help you close the deal right then and there on someone's porch. So with that being said, I'm going to jump into this in just a second. By the way, if you have not checked out the software that my team and I have built for consultants just like you to help you generate homeowner leads in your local area using social media, go check it out. It's runwithsolar.online. That's the link. Or if you're on YouTube, peep the link in the description. Check it out. I think you're going to love it. We work with consultants all over the nation. So with that being said, let's jump into this right here. So simple little process. I want to kind of paint the picture here first. When you get an objection, first agree, make sure that's their only objection. You want to isolate it. Then go into the identify and address that objection, right? So to work through it, and then obviously go back for the close. The reason why this whole isolate thing is very important, they might have multiple objections. So you get through this once, and then you're doing it again, and then you're doing it again, and then it starts to get a little bit annoying, tension raises, etc. So with all that being said, let me walk through an example here. Very common objection, you've probably got this if you've been knocking on doors, is, hey, it all looks pretty good, but I just want a couple days to think about it, right? A lot of people say that, and that makes total sense. We get that. So in that moment, the first thing you want to do is agree with them. The reason why is you want to make sure that person feels like you're in their corner. You're not sitting there just to disagree with them. If you want them to agree to go solar, right, the last thing you want to do is disagree with them and then create some animosity. They don't really know you, right? So it's not like it's a friend that's having a good constructive argument. So the hypothetical would go something where Mr. Homeowner says, well, hey, I just want to think about it. And I could say, hey, Mr. Homeowner, totally understand that. A lot of consultants I talk to, or a lot of homeowners I talk to do want to do that. You're a smart guy, and I know if it didn't make sense, you wouldn't want to do it, and you might want to think about it for a couple days first. Let me ask you a question. What is it you want to think about most? And I love using that one. What is it that you want to think about most? And they usually reveal what the issue is. So they might say something like, well, I'm not sure if the numbers are there. I'm just not sure if the savings make sense. So if they say something like that, I'm not sure if I'm really going to be saving enough to do something like this. And you could say, that makes total sense. I apologize for not going into that with a bit more detail so it would make, or it would be more clear to you so you can make a decision. Is that like the only thing that's really keeping you from wanting to move forward? And if they say, yeah, that's basically it, what did we just do? We just isolated that that's the only objection. So not only do you know that, but the person subconsciously knows if you work them through that objection, there's no more, right? So agree first, isolate the objection just like I did. Now we're gonna go ahead and identify and address that. So you could say something like, totally makes sense. I understand that you might wanna look at some of the savings numbers again. What I'm gonna do, let me just pull them back up real quick, and I wanna just look at them with you side by side to walk you through those just once again, just so we can talk that through, and then ultimately you can take that knowledge, and if you need to think a little bit more after that, you've got some more concrete evidence to think about. So, and then you go through your little spiel, right, on the numbers and what they would pay right now with the utility, and then what they would pay, with solar, etc. So you get the idea, you go through them, and think about it like this. You've got to make it simpler. Like, it didn't stick the first time. Maybe you were giving them a 5th grade reading level and you want to bring them down to like a 3rd grade, right? And that's not an insult. I'm just saying, make it very, very simple for the person to understand, very black and white. So really work on that, and that's going to help you with future sales. So address it in a simpler manner. And after you go through that, then go through to the close, whatever it is that you're closing. Say something like, so does that make more sense? Does that allow you to kind of pull back that time you have to think about it because you see all the numbers now? Does it make sense for you to move forward with this right now that we cleared that up, right? And you go in for the close or whatever it is that you decide to do or how you want to close, but just jump right back into that close. If there is another objection that reveals, you can follow this again. But once again, always start with the agreement and just work through it in a friendly manner, etc. So with that being said, this is the circle that will work pretty much every single time. And that's all you got to worry about or master as far as your objections go. So guys, I appreciate you jumping on here. If you like this training, subscribe and like this video, and go check out that Run with Solar marketing software. I think you're going to love it. I can't wait to speak with you, and we'll see you on the inside. All right, my friends, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.